The funeral of slain eThekwini ANC councillor Sibusiso Khwela is underway in Klaarwater. Khwela was shot dead inside the Sizakala Centre last week. The political killings task team is investigating the matter. And we go now to our reporter Ayanda Mhlongo, who is standing by to bring us the latest from the funeral. Ayanda, good afternoon to you. Very sad because I was told that this is somebody who had declared that he was going to be serving his last term as a councillor and, willing to hand over the baton to whoever the community would have chosen. And yet he was brutally killed.
Tabiso, very good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to our viewers. We're certainly, and I think, Tabiso, that is what has really baffled the Khwela family, has really baffled the ANC as to what could be the motive behind councillor Sibusiso Khwela's murder. He was gunned down in a brutal way last week whilst servicing his community. And as you've indicated, yes, the political killings task team is indeed leading this investigation. While for now there has not been any news in terms of how far the investigation or whether or not the police have identified any possible suspects in his heinous crime. But of course, Tabis, as you're saying, it comes at a time when we are all preparing for the local government elections. The political parties are preparing for the local government elections. And given the history of KwaZulu-Natal, at one point being regarded as the epicenter for political assassinations, particularly in the build-up to local government elections, when this incident happened, it really did bring about some concern as to whether or not it could have been linked to the elections, could be linked to internal party contestation, but then we heard that, of course, Councillor Khwela had indicated that he was not available and he was not seeking a re-election in this election, and so that has certainly baffled many people as to what might be the cause or the reason behind his killing. You'd see here scores, hundreds of ANC members have gathered here at the Klaarwater Sports Ground to pay their final respects to Councillor Khwela across the eThekwini region. Of course, the leadership of the African National Congress in the province and in this region, being the biggest region of the ANC, are also here. And without wasting much time, let me now bring in the coordinator of the ANC in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. James Ngumalo. Of course, as I was saying today, ANC members in eThekwini and other parts of the province who have come to support you, Mr. Ngumalo, today as you pay your final respects to Councillor Khwela. I know that you've spoken about his commitment and his dedication, but I also just want to look at the timing of his murder. It comes at a time where, as the ANC yourselves, you work on rebuilding, on renewal. You put on that program of rebuilding and renewing the ANC, and I know that leaders like Councillor Khwela were going to play a pivotal role in assisting the ANC as it rebuilds, particularly in eThekwini.
Yes, definitely. We are very much saddened as the African National Congress by the passing of Councillor Khwela, because he passed at a time when the ANC is in a process of rebuilding itself. As you have said, that as the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we are working with all the regions to rebuild the structures of the ANC right from a branch level to a regional and also to a provincial level. And that work is going very well without any challenges. But again, what was shocking us is that even our processes, as we are in a process of nominating and selecting candidates of the ANC who will be representing the African National Congress in the forthcoming local government election, the processes have been very peaceful. And there's much tolerance amongst our members of the ANC in all branches, in all regions. And therefore, this thing comes at a time when we are actually wrapping these processes as the African National Congress. But what was also shocking is that Comrade Khwela is an old stalwart of the ANC, a veteran of the ANC, an old councillor of the ANC. We actually shocked because even the family shared with us that he indicated that he was not available to stand to be re-elected as a councillor of the ANC this time around, because he feels that he has made his contribution, has played his part, and therefore he wanted to hand over debating to the next generation. And that's why we're all shocked and confused what has really happened. But we're leaving this matter to the police to investigate this matter, to find right up to the bottom as to what is the cause of the killing of Councillor Khwela, because it was uncalled for, it was unnecessary. But we want to say, as the ANC, we remember Comrade Khwela as a veteran of the ANC, as a servant of the people, and also as a councillor of Ward 17 in Klaarwater. May his soul rest in peace, and we extend our heartfelt, deepest condolences to Khwela family, to his friend, to the community of Klaarwater and the people of KwaZulu-Natal and the members of the African National Congress.
Possibly, Mr. Ngumalo, just before I let you go, I mean, no doubt that this incident has, brought about renewed fears and concerns, particularly because of the period and considering the history that we have as a province of KwaZulu-Natal, a very unfortunate and bloody history where we've seen in the past, particularly as we head closer to the elections, incidents where public representatives and also leaders of political parties are assassinated.
Definitely, it is actually bringing fears to our people and to the public representatives, because it comes at a time where all political parties are actually gearing up for the forthcoming local government elections. And therefore, that's why we're saying we're all shocked, because processes have gone very well and it has been very smooth, and then it comes at a time when we're wrapping up our processes, but it has happened. But now we want to say to the people of KwaZulu-Natal and members of the ANC, they must remain calm and give the police their chance to investigate this matter and go to the bottom of this incident, because it's something that it was not expected. But we trust the police that they will do their best to find the perpetrators so that they can be brought to book and face the mighty of the law.
Mr. Ngumalo, thank you so much for your time. The coordinator of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. James Ngumalo. Of course, this is a message that the ANC leaders in the province have been sending to their members to call for calm, to allow the political killings task team the space to do its investigation, to conduct their investigation so they can get to the bottom of what may have been the motive behind the killing of Councillor Khwela. But as Mr. Ngumalo was saying, this has undoubtedly raised some fears amongst public representatives and those that will be standing ahead in this election as candidates for their respective political parties. In fact, the ANC has gone a step further to a request to the ANC the eThekwini municipality that they look at beefing up security around their councillors, albeit just a month or 2 months to go, but just to ensure that these incidents do not take place and that public representatives are protected as we edge closer or move closer to the election date. As you're seeing in our visuals here, the supporters of the ANC from across eThekwini Metro, 112 wards have come out to bid their final farewells to Councillor Khekhe Khwela.